Hey Aries, welcome to your mid-June general reading. This reading is general, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and midheaven for more information. And check out the description box below if you'd like to donate or book a one-to-one session with me or follow me on Instagram. So yeah, we're going to start off with 3 oracle cards and then we'll move into the tarot. I do apologize for not posting a June video. As soon as eclipse season hit, I was like, it is time for me to take a brief respite, take a small break, and reclaim a little bit of my energy, right? And so now I'm back. I'm ready for more. I hope you are too. And let's get started. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. So we have darkness, seasons, hunger. So it seems like some shadow work's going on because these cards are dark, but I love, oh my gosh, I have to show you this. So seasons and hunger, I love how these cards kind of come together, right? I feel like for some of you, you've really kind of slashed through some things. I'm almost picturing like, it's like those videos where people pull up tile or strip away paint and they see all of the caked on layers that nobody ever bothered to remove but decided to cover up. And I feel like there's something within you, this like with this hunger card, it's like you're just kind of slashing through things because you're ready to get to the point of it all. You're ready to get back to a clean slate. And so you're tearing things up in such a way, like tearing things to shreds. It's like this divine, feminine, destructive energy, right? This warrior-like energy in order to just like be like, all right, finally. But it's like, I feel like for some of you, you feel like there's so many layers. It's like, where does it end? But sometimes it's throughout the process, we continue to add layers on, even though we're tearing them away, right? Because of the way that we emotionally invest ourselves, and we don't really recognize how we feel through the process. Because it's the process itself and not the product that is the most important harbinger of information, right? The carrier of information. And so with this darkness card, I feel like this comes in to hint at there still being a strong aspect of illusion at play. Something that we are not allowing ourselves to be privy to because we seek to define a target, right? That we can take aim at, instead of allowing ourselves to refocus ourselves in a different way, toward a different aim, toward a different goal, right? It's like, it's not that the work that you're doing is wrong. It's just that the process may need some updating. And then here at the bottom with spirit showing up, it's important because I feel like there's certain communication, like there's a reaching out in order to be kind of scooped up from this shadow work, from this darkness, this deep inner work. But it's like you're also kind of putting your neck on the line. There's a certain amount of vulnerability here that perhaps makes you very rather uncomfortable. And it may cause, it's like, be mindful of the way that you think through it, because it's part of the reason those layers keep being added as you tear away at them. So it's like, in what ways are you perpetuating something as you try to move through the process of it, as you try to do the right things? If you feel like it's a never-ending quest, and it's like, well, then how can you change your relationship to it? Maybe it's you doing the right things but not having the right relationship to it, right? The right type of attitude going in. And so there's something about maybe needing some type of attitude adjustment. It's something that Spirit kind of wanted to have kind of come in. And I know that's a bit harsh, yeah, hearing that. Anywho, I also feel like for some of you, and I know this is just kind of coming in randomly, there may be something about dental work that needs to come up. maybe getting some dental work done, probably planning for it in the winter. Maybe you've been putting it off, or maybe you heard that you had to get some done last winter, and so you've been putting it off, and now it's kind of getting to a point. And also, like with a toothache, it can have something to do with just like kind of the pains of attempting to be in control, right? Because when we dream about our teeth, it usually has to do with our relationship to control, to how we manipulate information in order to digest it. It's like, what do you have a taste for? How do you try to control the situation? What have you acquired a taste for, right? Now kind of going back and leaning into that concept of the hunger card. So we have the Ace of Wands reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed. So there's something you need to let go of in terms of the world as you know it, right? In terms of, or maybe I want to say there's part of you that wants to cling to certain resources, but you've got to be able to let them go. Because there's a certain element of self-doubt for some of you that wants to have you hold on to these things, or even these outlets, right? And then for some of you, I feel like you may be being too loose and it's time to tighten up the purse strings a little bit. So there's two different groups kind of coming through on that note, on that message. And I feel also too that there is a chance for new beginnings, for new offerings, for clarity and peace of mind, right? Going in a new direction, but it's stuff that you may be overlooking because you may have your sights set on, again, that specific target, trying to destroy or get to the bottom of something, but missing all of the opportunities that actually pull you out of the cycle, that actually allow you to better self-regulate as and bring, while simultaneously bringing in the shifts that you have been hoping would come in and serve you, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man, and I feel like with this, it's like there, again, it's because it's the idea of sacrifice. There's something that you've got to sacrifice. And I know some of you might be like, well, I've already sacrificed enough. And it's like, remember, we're talking about the process. We're not talking about the goal itself right now. So what is it about the process that you can benefit from losing, from sacrificing, right? And so it's like, it's necessary for you to play with the pieces. It's like when you're messing around with a puzzle, right? You try to see what fits. You try to find that missing piece in order to get a better, bigger, in order to put the bigger picture together, right? Blah, blah, blah. And so that's just what I'm getting for you here throughout this month, the rest of this month. And I also feel like for some of you, you've got to shake up your routine a little bit. It's necessary for you to recognize that just because something is working, just because something has gotten easy, doesn't mean it's still healthy, right? Doesn't mean that it's still serving us, right? Because I feel like there's a chance for you to try something that may be a bit risky, a bit challenging. I think I'm getting the word something like fragile, something that could be easily broken. So I don't know if some of you do like fine jewelry work, arts and crafts or things like that, or you could be handling very precious information, having to move in a very particular way. Like if you're taking up a specific type of dance or you do any type of work that requires precision, I feel like that's part of it. So just being mindful of that. It's like maybe you are working on being a little bit more precise in your efforts, which requires a lot more self-awareness, a lot more presence, a lot more being in the now moment, right? And therefore having to move more slowly, not trying to push and to rush things. I feel like there, again, you got to be able to kind of get curious about what's going on around you. Ask the right questions, dig a little bit deeper. Don't take things personally, but become more personally acquainted with yourself. And yeah, I feel like there's one hope or one wish, that thing, whatever it is that is coming for you, right? And I feel like it will grow, it will flourish and offer you and maybe those around you many other opportunities to come if you stick with it and you continue to do your work and break away from past cycles as you move through this space, or as you accept whatever is being brought into your life at this time. So that is what I have for you, Aries. Like, almost called you Pisces. Oops. But anyways, check the description box below if you'd like to donate, book a session with me. Otherwise, I will see you in July. And yeah, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.